Model Context Protocol, aka MCP, aka AI steroids, because it juices up your coding assistant and pumps it full of abilities it really should not even have. And the Shopify Dev MCP lets you connect your assistant directly to Shopify's development resources. It gives it the knowledge it needs to implement almost anything related to Shopify APIs, functions, docs, and it takes just a couple minutes to get it set up. And once it's set up, you can ask it about how to create a product using the admin API. You can ask it to build you a new cart function, or even to convert a route in your app from React Polaris to Polaris Web Components. And it just knows how to do it. And that's the beauty of MCP servers. They are basically plug and play APIs that are custom built for AI assistants, so they can easily find the information they need from external systems. The Shopify docs make it extremely easy to get set up with the Dev MCP, with really only one command or configuration change based on your workflow. I primarily use Claude Code, so we're going to go over that setup in this video, but you can see they have instructions here for all the other popular AI development tools like Cursor, Codex, Gemini, so it should work with whatever your workflow is. For Claude Code, it gives you just a single command to copy paste into your terminal. And this command adds the MCP configuration, so Claude can call on this resource whenever it needs to do something related to Shopify development. So once you have that copied, you can just paste it in your terminal wherever your project lives. And you can see it immediately added it with no trouble at all. So now we can just type Claude to get started with our Claude Code session. And if you type /MCP, then you can look at all your configured MCP servers. And you can see here that we have our Shopify Dev MCP server. But wait, you can see that it says failed here. So this is actually something I've run into before. If you have also run into it, I'm going to show you how to fix it, because I actually get this every time I use that default command. So maybe it's not as easy as I originally thought, but it's still easy. And I'm going to show you how to fix this right now. So if you do get that error where it just fails to connect for some reason, just remove the Dev MCP server by using this Claude MCP remove, Shopify Dev MCP. Then you might have to specify the scope. So in this case, I'm doing it with the local scope, and that just removes it from the project. And then we're going to re-add it with a version number specified. So this is the command that they gave us to copy and paste. At the end here, I'm just going to remove the latest tag and instead do 1.6.0, which is the latest version. And you can find the latest version from the NPM page for the Dev MCP. So now if we add it, then it still shows us it added it correctly. And if we go into Claude again and run /MCP, and after a few seconds, it now says connected. So I don't know if this is something that only I run into. If you've run into it as well, let me know in the comments. And let me know if this fixes it for you. I assumed it was just me since I didn't really see it happening to a lot of other people. So yeah, let me know if you run into the same thing. Okay, so now that it is finished, it's connected properly, we're gonna kick it off with a prompt. Right now I have just a blank app that was created with the Shopify CLI. It's just a regular remix application. So now I'm just gonna prompt Claude and ask it to create me a new settings page using Polaris Web Components. I'm actually going to use Whisperflow here. If you are a heavy user of coding assistants like this and you don't use Whisperflow or something like it, you are missing out on a huge prompt quality unlock. This is a brand new Shopify app created using the Remix template. Can you add a new settings route that's accessible from the navbar and is built using only Polaris Web Components? This app will be used for email marketing, so make sure you stub out this settings page with relevant sections and settings for the app, and make sure to use the Shopify Dev MCP. Okay, so we'll start this off and wait a minute for that to finish, and then we can double check the work. Okay, so it finished working, and you can see that I do actually have a settings page over here in the nav bar now. And when I click on it, we do have a settings page. It doesn't look great, but the good thing about AI assistants is we can prompt it and tell it to fix its mistakes, and it usually will. It usually listens pretty well. So I'm going to give it another prompt and just ask it to clean up the spacing a little bit and to use the correct save bar here for this settings page. And then other than that, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to give Claude another prompt to fix those couple things, and then I think we will be golden. Okay, so after another prompt just asking it to fix the spacing and the save bar, it did actually do it properly. You can see that the spacing is fixed up here. And if we type in something to make this form dirty, then you can see that the save bar does show up at the top there. So all in all, I think this actually did a really great job. It only took one additional prompt to kind of steer it in the right direction, and then we got a page that is functional and usable. And the MCP server is actually doing quite a bit of heavy lifting here. If you've ever tried to build a new page or refactor React Polaris to use the new web components, then you'll know that it is not a walk in the park without the MCP server. There's a lot of hallucination. Even with the MCP server, you can see that there's still some kinks that need to be worked out. But I think overall it does a really great job. And I know this might seem like a pretty simple example, but again, with UI, with web components, I think this is actually a really great result for us to get on the first try. If you want to dig a bit deeper to see exactly what the Dev MCP is actually capable of, you can go to this docs page here, and if you scroll down to the available tools section, you can see all of the internal tools it has available to use. So it has this base tool called to learn the Shopify API, one for searching through the docs, one for introspecting the GraphQL schema to see what kind of queries and mutations are available. It can validate code and API calls. So it has quite a few tools available that make it an incredibly helpful thing to use when you're building apps or themes. So go ahead and give it a try, see what you can build with the Shopify Dev MCP, and let me know how it goes in the comments. Thanks for watching.